Yo, we live again. We are live. Hey everybody, it's your boy Melvin Nobles, aka Nobles Great. Here with another episode. Thank you for coming to Nerd Madness podcast, where it's okay not to be okay. And today, I just wanted to talk about solitude. So essentially, I am live on air, but I know I should wait for people to come in, but I like to go ahead and start talking because I really like just the recording of it. So I'm gonna continue, and then if people do come in here, then they do or not. So this is a live episode. So hopefully I get viewers in here. Which give me 1 second. I'm about to share and get this bad boy going. This bad boy, this bad bunny. Hold on. Today's is all right. Oh my god, that was so annoying. This is kind of weird. So, y'all, this part of the podcast, whenever I'm sitting there talking to the mic and there's nobody else on here, it's still weird for me. Like I'm trying to get used to it, but this is something I want to do because I feel like it's like actually it is a form of venting to me. It's like a form of like just letting the world know because you never know who's gonna listen to this one day or who could pop up. You never know who. But Anna, I love you. I love it. So today's episode is about solitude or isolation, or is it isolation? Which honestly, okay. So let me explain the title. Because when you show solitude, like what solitude is to me is just whenever you take time for yourself, you want to be absent from the world, when you decide to be isolated. Well, no, because I guess isolation is more of a mindset, maybe, or I don't know, vice versa. But for me, being solitude or showing solitude is just like keeping to myself, working on myself, self-reflecting, disconnecting from the presence of others, any external distractions, anything that'll get me distracted. That's what I call solitude. And I'll usually tell my friends that oh yeah, this week is gonna be my week of solitude. Like I don't want nothing to do with nobody. I just want to get myself together. I want to just refresh. I don't want any outside opinions. I want to do me. And that's okay. That is okay. But I went ahead and obviously y'all know I can't really get questions off the dome, so I did look up some questions. But first, before I get into the questions, I want to talk about my journey, how the past couple of months I have been like in my little solitude state, showing solitude, um, and how it has affected the people around me as well. So essentially, a couple of months back, I started to just keep to myself. Wasn't no offense to nobody. It didn't mean like nothing. Actually, it was when I came from basic training like last year. I was like, you know what? I don't want to see my family. I don't want to see any friends outside of my little circle in Cleveland, Texas, really, because I'm not ready. I'm like, I really want to grow. I really want to go. I'm not ready right now. I don't feel like really, you know, communicating with anybody, which a lot of my friends had a hard time grasping it. Like they really, when I tell you, people are just in my inbox, when are you gonna hang out? When can we hang out? When can we hang out? When can we hang out? Believe me, I want to hang out, but I have to put me first at this time. Really have to put me first right now. And that's when I started just telling everybody, hey, I'm just like showing a little bit of solitude. I just want to keep to myself. I haven't even seen my mom yet. I haven't even seen my family. I haven't seen anybody that is of my family yet that I consider my cousins, um, whatever. Besides my best friends that are here, are like whatever because they came to see me, but like I have not seen anybody. Anybody I call sister, anybody I call like my brother, anybody. I have not seen nobody because I am working on myself that hard. Like that's just what I want to do. But it sucks because when you are on that journey, you lose people. Like there's four people I can account for that I'm pretty sure they're no longer in my life anymore just because I wanted to keep to myself. And then you start realizing how selfish people really are, which is now I get why whenever I watch like little motivational videos, they tell you like, oh yeah, you got to be selfish, you got to take back control, you got to be about yourself. Now I get it because when most time when people hang out with their friends, sometimes they're doing it for them, and I'm starting to figure that out. Like I've been really questioning like, dang, have I really just been hanging out with them just because they wanted to, because it makes them happy? Because the more that I've been like in my little zone, in my little zen, showing solitude, it's just been like more and more is just starting to come out. Like I'm starting to see like, damn, when you don't have a lot of money, you really don't have control over where you can go and what you can do. So your friends start hitting you up knowing that, and they want to like kind of like they start playing the little manipulation, like, oh yeah, well, we can go here. I got you. Don't worry about it. But do you got me though? I don't even like going there, but yeah, I'm gonna have to stay there all day because I don't have a right. It starts going to that. So that's why I started just like, what, I just want to keep to myself. Yeah. Tyler, hey, Bookie. No, it's like, but hey, cousin. But like that's it just all started, it's all starting to come out to me. And which is why I want to hop on, the pod today. And because it's been a couple of months, like there has been, I talked about it in my first part. No, yes, whatever it was, Monday, I think, whatever, we talked about it, how I think I called him Melon, or I forgot what his nickname was, I called him. But oh, Key Lime, that's what I called him. His name was Key Lime. How he messaged me and got mad, and it could have went two ways. It could have went, hey, how are you doing? I hope everything's okay. I haven't heard from you in a while. But instead it went a whole nother route, which was so manipulative, was just so demeaning. Like, it just showed the true colors started coming out. And I mean, when I tell y'all, I didn't even know what he was talking about, because I had literally got back from basic training. We have not messaged, we have not done any of that since I had left, because like, he actually cut me off. He actually cut me off. I asked him if he wanted to watch if he knew anybody who could watch my dog, and if so, yes. Well, he proceeded to let me know that, hey, I can't watch your dog, but yeah, if I find somebody that can, can, which I never even asked him to, by the way, y'all. I never asked him to watch my dog. Like, it's in my message. I never asked him to watch my dog. I said, if you know anybody, let me know, because I was at the time like getting ready to just give my dog to any random person, which luckily there was somebody, one of my friends came and picked him up for me. But he just stopped messaging me. I messaged him two more times after that before she came and got him. He never said nothing. Never said nothing. So I went through basic training. Like, y'all gotta remember, my mindset is like, I got somewhere to be. I'm not thinking about y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not thinking about nobody but me. When I went to basic training, I was thinking about me. I was taking advantage of the fact that I did not have to deal with any other emotion. I could actually show like real solitude. Like, I'm about to be to myself. Although I got my battles around me, like I care about them obviously, but I can literally just cut off the outside world. Do y'all know I only called like 3 people on the Sundays? It was either, or 4 people, because it was my mom, my godmother, my dad, and my 5. My sisters, Savannah and Vasquez, my best friend. Well, it was 6 people, but it was like these people. I kept it very, very small because I wanted to keep my mind. I didn't want it to go out, and I was like, I like this because they don't ask too many questions. And usually my god, she was always busy doing something, so I won't lie, she never really answered, but she would send a text, and then I would get it like next Sunday or whatever. And which, hold on real quick. That was like, you want to hang out? Hell no, I'm busy being productive. I'm not. Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. I'm busy being productive. I can't go out right now. And working on, by the way, I want to tell y'all something. Working on yourself is productivity, is being productive. Don't let them play you. Like, don't let them sit, because you are working on yourself and you're trying to get your business going. You're trying to get this stuff going. You have to be busy. There, it's a verb. You got to do something. I have to type to get my files, and like, I have to do all these things to get my business going. So no, I'm busy today. And which, hold on, because y'all know I'm ADHD and I'm getting off subject. Well, I'm on subject, but off the story. But that was just like hey, yeah, buy my tickets when I make it. And y'all still bro, yeah, exactly. Like, stop playing with our time. But so what was I saying? But anyway, she came and got my dog, whatever. So I went to base. I'm worried about myself, doing all that, I get out. I'm a whole new man, y'all. I'm a whole new man. I'm like, my thought process isn't even the same. So whatever that lie about my dog, I didn't even know. Like, that shit went out the door. That hit the door. And this is like a year late, because I graduated, whatever. Never heard from him, but I would always like, he posts little things on his Facebook, whatever, the little story page, push like a little like. So I didn't think there was nothing like even wrong. I didn't think about it that way. I won't even lie, y'all. I had never even looked back at our message, so I would have never even known. I just did like I was doing everybody else casually. Because believe me, you're not special. You weren't the only one I did never message. There's a lot of people who were messaging me I was ignoring, and yes, I was ignoring them. And then maybe one day I would be like, come back and be like, hey, so sorry, I've been working on myself, because I do like have a tendency of explaining myself, which I've learned that I don't have to. Like, it is what it is, either in which, believe me, y'all, I've learned, because whenever I don't explain, people cut me off, and then that's like what he did. Because one morning I woke up, it was like 5 a.m. because I'll get up at 5 a.m. to get my day started. Sometimes I sleep later than that. But like, I get a paragraph just saying like how, like, I get it, I get we got things going on, and there's a shift, and maybe it's because I couldn't watch your dog, and even though your dog didn't like me and showed aggression towards me, all this stuff, y'all, that I'm thinking like, what the hell, y'all? I literally looked at it, I read it, I had to process it, and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Excuse my language. It's my show. What the fuck are you talking about? And I'm just like, "What? What? Hold on, wait, hold on, wait. I want to do this real quick. Hold on. Where is it at? Hold on, yeah. What the are you talking about? Like, what the are you talking about? Shut the up. What the fuck? Okay, let me get back on track. That's fucking funny, bro. I love that shit. Oh my god. Okay, but anyways, I'm like, what are you talking about? So I'm trying to process. I'm like, well, I never thought there was a problem. What problem does he mean? Like, I've been posting a lot more, of like my business ventures, all that stuff. So, because I get why he's saying congratulations and all that. Well, I went through the message on Instagram, and I'm all like, what are you talking about? I don't even see nothing. We never even talk on here. Well, then I went back on Facebook. I said, well, let me check Facebook. Maybe there was something. Y'all keep in mind, we had the conversation about the dog. And when the dog, and I went on Facebook, I saw it, and I go, oh shit, I forgot about that. So I'm reading, and I'm looking like, never in this little paragraph did I ask you to watch it. I said, can you find someone to watch my baby? I said, can you let me watch my baby? I would hate to give him away. And then he proceeded to say, oh, yeah, I'll find somebody. I wish that I could watch him, but unfortunately I can't because of that, whatever. And I didn't care about all that. I was just like, okay, yeah, because I just wanted like help, and he he say, yeah, I'll let you know, whatever. Well, it's getting closer for me to go to boot camp. So I'm messaging him like, hey, what's up? Hey, have you did any luck on your end? Never said nothing back. Getting even closer. So I'm like, hey, big head, because that's what I saw. I was calling, hey, big head, how are you doing? Like, do you find anybody? Never said nothing, but will view my message. So I went back up and I told myself, Nobles, don't eat them up. Don't eat them, because if I'm eating them, and I'm gonna leave crumbs. I mean, and I don't leave crumbs. And I was like, because it made me mad. I'm all like, dude, it's like 5 a.m. in the morning. You texting me this ish. Like you texting me this, in the morning. Yeah, hey Tyler, yeah. 3, 2, oh my god, stupid. Oh my god, yeah, that's basically what it was like. And I had to, and so I started texting. Like my fingers are going just like that. Look, I hear that? That's how my fingers are going. Backspace. Because I'm about to read for because I'm all, dude, what are you talking about? And I'm all like, I see the part where you said, nowhere did I ask you to. And I said, I mean, low key, you could have just said good morning. Because I felt like, where's all this hostility? Like, even though he was like saying respectfully, I'm just like, where's all this coming from? I felt like you just created something because you see somebody doing good. You said that because you saw I was doing good. Now there has to be a backlash. And the reason why I say that is because he was the fourth person out of everybody else that had cut me off. That cut me off. So I'm thinking like you're doing what they just did. And I notice is every time I start posting, every time my engagement starts going up on myself, y'all, by the way, I'm a marketing specialist. This is what I do, whatever. I look at it and I start posting a lot, people start, and then I just notice like then it's coming my inbox. I'm like, what are you talking about? So then, like, I'm texting him, I'm still mad. So he goes, oh, well, okay, well, it must be a misunderstanding. No, it wasn't. So I told him it wasn't a misunderstanding. That wasn't no misunderstanding. You knew fully what you were doing when you messaged me saying some stuff. You knew what you were doing. It wasn't no misunderstanding. You're either drunk, high, I don't know what's going like you and I swear everybody else they would message me in the morning. So I'm like, I don't know if y'all drunk, high, whatever is going on, but the universe is taking y'all like one by one, just going left and right. And I'm for it. So then his true colors start coming out. Well, no, was you ain't never changed. LOL. And then takes me off of Instagram. And I start saying, okay, well, I see you're offended, prayer, whatever. I'll pray. Say, I'll pray for you. I don't know. I'm gonna pray for you. But I'm just like, that is what it is. Like, if that's what the universe has, if that's what God has in plan to start separating each person off because I want to show solitude and I want to grow, then yes. And Tyler said in the comment, Tyler, if you lose friends during growth, you were meant to grow without them. And I love that because that is the chapter. I swear that's what the chapter of my life is right now. That is what the chapter of my life is right now. Like losing friend, like I'm trying to grow. You guys, I'm trying so hard, like harder than I ever tried before in my life. Like I remember when I used to try to do my business stuff, I used to always try to get the quickest money possible. So it was never a marketing plan. It was never like a foundation in my business that will last me for years. It will be what's going to last me for the month. So what's a quick that I can get me some quick money, get me a quick little client for the week. No, now I have actually I've built a system for my business that will last for years to come that can actually make me a million, maybe even $1 billion. I feel that in my heart. And I'm gonna keep showing solitude. And if I got it, and if people want to cut me up off and I, you know, cut them off, then that's just what it's gonna be because you have to remember you give what is it? What is it? You take and give, or how does it go? Like basically you give, but then something always comes in return. Something like that. Y'all don't look, don't do me. Don't do me. Don't do that. Don't do that. And then Tyler, make me a million so then I can cut you off. Shut the Hey, you come to these marketing services. Hey, you come to these marketing services, you never know. But yeah, it's just like if I want to show solitude, then I can show solitude. A lot of my friends, I have let them. I will literally sit there and speak like, "Hey, I can tell you are in your own zone. This is your era. If you need to take time to yourself, dude, don't apologize to me. Do it." And it's crazy because I'm always the first person to say that. Like, I'm always the first person like, do it. You ain't got to explain to me. I'll see you when you're done. I'll see you when you're done healing. I'll see you whenever you're back. I've always told my friends, I've always encouraged them, take some solitude, sit in silence, you know? Don't isolate. Now isolating yourself is a little bit different, because when you isolate, or I really shouldn't have used that in the title. I think I meant like imprisonment. That's a, I don't know, I don't know, it was on my mind at the time. But like, you can be in isolation, you can be in like, you can isolate yourself, but you have to be careful, because then I feel like you can get lonely. Then, that's when all the other things, depression starts in. You just isolating yourself from the world, you cut off basically, like you don't want nothing to do with life. So that's why I'm on solitude or isolation. For me, it's just solitude. I'm isolating myself, like as far as like in this city, and keeping the friends I have here, because it's close, and we've been helping each other. But solitude, it's in my mind, like I'm just like, okay, I can't worry about that right now. I have stuff to do, not bigger fish to fry, but I have things to do. I have goals to make. I have to get me a car again. Like, you guys, I had lost my car, like what, beginning, like I made one of my investments in a 360 selfie station, which is really popular right now. The day that I get it in the mail, my car breaks down. Lord, universe, what's going on? What are you trying to tell me? Because that's how I was. That was supposed to actually be like one of my money makers, just to start off. Like, I'm gonna start off with this. Then and then guess what? Me being a boss I am, of course, I changed it, because there is a business principle that I have gone by like for a long, long time. It's and I hate whenever I do that. Let me real quick, y'all. Give me one thing here. Hold on. Give me one second. um, Hold on, Tyler. Just a setback to see how you handle a little challenge before they become hugely successful. I love that. Thank you. Yes. That's how I felt about it, honestly, because the timing couldn't have been more perfect. Like, when it hit, it's yeah, hey, actually, you know what? Yeah, it just couldn't have, it hit so just like at the right time. And I was like, "Oh, how does this happen? How does this happen? Like, why is this happening?" It sucked. And my defining of solitude versus isolation, which is, that's okay, and that's what I was getting. I was like, maybe I shouldn't have put isolation on there, because I'm not trying to define the two. I was trying to, like, the episode is about, basically, some of my friends are basically seeing it as me isolating myself, but really I'm just showing a sense of solitude. So I'm showing one more of a mental kind of like relief, versus the other one being more of like, I'm cutting off everybody, and I don't want them to do with the world. Like, I don't want any to do with anything. I don't have no goals going on. I just want to be left alone, type of thing. That for isolation as well. Yeah, and versus like solitude, that's what I was saying. Like, solitude for me is like, yeah, growth, finding myself, cutting myself off of like other people's thoughts, like things of that nature. And I'm starting to see that the more that I've been on my journey of solitude, that people are confusing it with, from me just being isolated, because I'm not. I can't get out if I don't have, like, for me, I don't have my car at the moment. So everything, I'm just staying at home just because, baby, I ain't got a car. But even if I did have a car, I'm gonna make this be clear. That don't mean I gotta come to you. Sorry, I throw that out there real quick for the people who say, "Oh yeah, he got a." No, it don't mean I have to come hang out. It does not mean that. No, that is not how that works. Yeah, yeah, like isolation, like I'm not scared of the world. I'm not like, in here just like with my blinds down, just sitting in my room, cutting off the world. And I know earlier I said, when you're isolated, then that becomes like kind of a depressive state. I said that like kind of like earlier in whatever. But that's kind of like my versus like solitude versus isolation. That was a really good question, because really I didn't mean it. Like, I was all like, wait, hold on, I should have like changed that title. But then again, that did need to be stated, because that is how like a lot of people I think that are actually cutting me off, that's how they are perceiving it. And that's okay. I'm okay with that, because at the end of the day, the people who are seeing it as growth, and who are like, hey, just checking. Like, I have a friend. She's one of my best friends here. There's I have my two of my best friends here, and one of them, she actually checks on me every other day. She will text me. Hey, boo, just checking on you. Just checking on you. Hey, seeing what's going on. You know, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like, thank you. I really appreciate that. Mup. I don't know how to say. Excuse me if I'm saying your username wrong. I think it's Mup. Like a monk as opposed to a caveman. Monks choose isolation. That's totally understand. That's understandable. Cutting yourself off from the outside world, choosing to live that. I seem like that's like more of like a lifestyle, I guess, for a monk. Whether my solitude is more of a temporary kind of just mindset to help myself grow, but it's like it's two different to me. It's obviously it's two different like lifestyles or two different like for me, I just want to I'm showing solitude, help myself grow spiritually, not letting people get into my head, but I'm not isolated because I like to go out. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like if I was a monk, then yeah, isolate because I have actually listened to a podcast. It's a dude. He's on TikTok, and I can't remember his name. He's a dude, but he lives a modern lifestyle. But he used to be a monk, but he still like does like the religious practices or something, whatever, with it. And he was talking about how isolation is kind of just um like it how it like helped him in a lot. Well, this man is wise, dude. Like I mean, he's speaking facts. I mean, it's not what I choose to do because I'm not a caveman. I think. Hold on, let me look. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. No, never mind. I can't be saying that on here, but but yeah, solitude is what I choose. It's what I choose because I don't like to be alone. I don't want to be alone. I just want time to work on myself. And if I choose to be, out at the lake, I go by myself and I'm trying to write, I'm alone. I'm showing some solitude. I'm keeping to myself. I didn't invite anybody for a reason. I love seeing people around me like walk and do their little thing. But I didn't invite any of my friends for a reason because I'm there to relax. I'm there to gather the energy. I'm there to meet new people at that. Which, excuse me, give me 1 second. All right, excuse me, my bad, I'm back. But yeah, and hold on, I skipped over something. God dang ADHD. I was gonna tell you a business principle too. I just remembered. What are you talking about? Oh my god. Okay, it was oh my god, I hate when I do that. I was telling Tyler, the hell was I telling you? Because I was talking, we were talking about business. I love that. Hey, I love that. So, hey, am I saying your? Is it Mup, or Mup? I hope I'm saying it right. Yeah, it's like okay, Mup. I love that. So he said. So actually, you are cutting off suckers by choosing to live sucker free. I love that because I am, in a sense, I really am, and they're cutting themselves off slowly but surely, and I love it. I really do. Like before, I used to tiptoe around everybody because I didn't want to offend by what I post. Now, my brother, on the other hand, he's successful in what he does, and he didn't care. Like I remember, he told him for years, he goes, "Bro, you got to stop caring." He goes, "You really got to stop caring, whether it's your mom or not or whoever." He goes, "You got to post what you want to post." Of course, what's respectful to my brand, whatever. But like that's why I did not want to post on Facebook for the longest because my family or friends, they would always like start commenting and it would be so they would get so personal. But if it was somebody I know, it would just be really light. But if it was somebody I do know, it'll be personal. And I would get messages. Some people, I'm gonna tell some of y'all, if y'all listen to this, some of y'all lucky I don't put some of y'all messages on blast because y'all really was low-key hating a couple years back. And I remember whenever I first started saying, like, man, I don't want to go on Facebook because people kept sitting there messaging me saying, hey, bro, like, why do you always do like that is annoying? Oh, JK, that's a backwards compliment. Like, you knew what you was doing. And like, now that I've grown over the years, some of y'all I'd have put some of that shit on and just like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. But guess what? I've grown. I'm not like that. I could read fulfilled, but I'm not going to. I could leave crumbs, but I've already ate them all up, so I'm not gonna do that. Anyways, let me stop and I'm through. Nah, but yeah, I'm glad that people are just leaving left and right. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I am actually very happy. I'm very content. I mean, like I'm on a journey redefining myself, redefining my brand, and doing all this because I would have never been able to talk on a podcast for like 30 plus minutes, like just with me on here. I would have been just waiting for somebody. And the more that I would have waited, it would have never gotten done. And finally I said, fuck it, this is me. This is Nobles. This is me. Like, this is my stuff. I want to do this. Tyler, tell people how to find the blog. But yeah, blog. But and nowadays I do, or I just block them. More, I block. I've already blocked a really good person, like a person that was a. Sorry about that. I had to cut off for a second. A a really good friend was a good friend. I had to block, and it did hurt. That was the first one. I didn't want to, but you getting blocked for now on. This is my life. I don't tell you how to live yours, so don't tell me how to live mine. You're allowed to have your opinions, of course. Yes, go ahead. But if my mom isn't doing it, my godparents aren't telling me, my dad's not telling me, nobody then why do you think I'm about to listen to you? You didn't raise me, huh? Hey, yeah, Muck, certainly. On the real, they do, and maybe that's something I will start doing. Like from this point on, like you know what, y'all want to put something, you want to be slick, and y'all think this is fake. Put it on. I may have to start doing it. I love that. Yeah, Tyler, I love that. In order for your opinion to matter to me, you have to matter to me. Exactly. And that's how I feel about it as well. Because me, whenever I'm dropping my opinions or telling how I feel, it's usually the people I care about. Like low key. I mean, I'm a caring person, don't get me wrong. Like I care about people. But most of the time I'm telling people like my best friends, the people are like family to me, I'm telling them. And then at the end of the day, I'm telling them it's a choice that you have to make at the end of the day. Because I can tell you, look, I can tell somebody to stop smoking. Don't mean they're gonna stop smoking. That's something they have to work on. That's the journey they have to go on. I can't tell them, well, you're gonna make God, you're gonna upset God, you're gonna upset the unit, you're gonna. I can't tell them that. Hell, at the end of the day, it's still your body. You have to go on that journey. If you don't want to smoke no more, if you don't want to do this no more, you have to go on it. I can advise you. I can tell you what it's doing to the people around you. I can tell you you're like a tornado and you're spiraling and everything around you is just going down. That don't mean it's gonna change you because you're gonna do what you want to do at the end of the day. Oh yeah, I like that mug. He said change your motto to learn or leave. 100. That's a good one. Actually, hey, you know, I'm gonna have to write that down though, real quick. Like on the real, that's a good one, mug. I love that. Learn or leave. For real, you learning or you leaving? What's up? So whenever I start doing my little live speeches, and then you got the one that want to be a negative Nancy who doesn't want to empty the teapot. What is it? The teacup. That's another thing too. Speaking of like emptying that teacup too, because me, there's a lot of classes that I've done that I've already done before. And when I say that, that means like saying going to like a local marketing class or like local group. I love going to my little local groups here in Dallas whenever I have my car or whatever. I feel like anytime you go to a course, a class, whether you know it or not, you should always empty so you can learn more. You can always learn something. Like me, I had left the prison and then I ended up going back to the same place. And I ended up having to tell the instructor because they knew I had been there before prior. I was all like, hey, well, I just want to make it very clear that I am on here. I'm here just to learn. Anything I've learned before is out the window because it's been like a year since I've been here. I'm not about to try to act like I know it all. I don't. And I said, every company is different because we all handcuff differently. We all do everything differently. So don't like, because you know, somebody when you go, they want to ask you, oh, yeah, well, you're probably, no, I don't. Teach me again. I ain't done this in a year. What do you do? I want to learn just like everybody else. Teach me how to handcuff somebody so I can do the shit. Hell. But anyways, I don't work there no more. But yeah, just the solitude has really just divided. Like every I see people going to the left and I'm going to the right, and I'm just like, dude, I see it. I get it now. Hell, somebody one of my friends stopped talking to me. Well, I guess we're not friends anymore, but because I didn't want to, or I couldn't make it to hang out. And it doesn't work that way. I have things going on. You're working a corporate job, so you mean you're getting paid from somebody. Me, I have to get paid. I have clients. I have things I have to do. So some days I can't get out. And I'm not going to, and I'm okay with that. But if I'm sitting here making time to compromise and it's not to your liking, so I'm getting cut off because it's not to your liking, then that's okay. That's why I was showing solitude in from the get go, because I did not want any of that negativity to come to my life at this moment. I was not ready for it, and it hit me all the time. I was like, man, see, I tried just whenever I thought, like, man, maybe I should just go out, for a little bit, stop being so like, and then that happens. It turns into a whole negative situation. I'm just all like, yeah, see, yeah, and now I'm getting in, like, it felt like I was getting in trouble. Like, that's crazy. And I'm like, dude, well, I can't compromise. You didn't tell me you were coming this way. Now I'm trying to scavenger up all this stuff to get shit ready. And hey, you should, like, you could at least say, hey, thank you for at least trying, because I did try. But hey, that's your life. It's my life. We're I guess we're not friends anymore. It is what it is. But I'm gonna keep working on myself, and I'm okay with that. But also to any future listeners who do listen to this recording, that is the chapter of my life. This is the chapter of my life. This for me, it's about me right now. I want to grow. I want to do better. I want to make more money. I want to be humble. I want to do my military drills without having to think like, oh my God, well, can you come right? No, I don't want to come. Whenever it's my military drill, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna do the things I have to do. I'm not about to scavenge to go across to Dallas and do. I'm not doing it until I am a space to where I feel back comfortable to doing that, where I feel like, I've accomplished what I need to, then I will. And I will live life how I want to live it. Cause I have plans. I'm gonna travel. I claimed that already. I'm gonna travel like how I used to go. Japan, I am coming. Believe it, I'm a weeb 100%. You know what I'm saying? Weeboo life. I'm coming. And I just want to motivate everybody else to do do what you had planned. It's your journey. You can do whatever you want to in life. If you can imagine it, it's yours. You can do it. It's literally yours. Don't let people in the process. If you're trying to work something, if you're trying to get something done in your life, but you got all your friends telling you, "Oh, well, come out. Well, you can do it. It's fine." Oh, like when I first started my business 2 years ago, full time, people kept saying, "Oh, well, it's literally your business. Like you can come out if you really wanted to." You're setting me up for failure. Don't be negative. If I say I can't go out, I can't go out. It is what it is. It's not like I don't never go out. You just want me to go out because you want to have that temporary fix. But then guess what? I got to get up early still. You off tomorrow. Your boy was working 7 days a week. I was working every day because I'm trying to keep these bills going. So meaning you don't care. But that's okay because I've learned that. I went to Beza, I learned something, and that's fine. So everybody, please keep up your dreams. Like, showing solitude, it is okay. And I'm guessing like how Monk was saying, like isolation, monks do show isolation, and that's a practice that they do. But if that's a form for you, then go ahead. But remember, be at peace with yourself too, because you don't want to get trapped. I've met some isolated people and they go the wrong path, but you have to have a really strong mindset to just be really disciplined to do things like that, I feel. And even me showing the solitude, it hurts. I haven't seen my mom. I haven't seen my dad since I've been back from basic training. I've not seen any of my family. And like people will sit here and message me, hey, let's go out. Which by the way, Mo, like I do go out. Like I do go out with some friends. Don't get it twisted. Like I'm not just like I said, that's why I'm like, I'm not isolated because I still go out. but just not often anymore. Or I'm not just like, on my game or whatever. Just be selfless. Be selfish, take time for yourself, make your dreams come true. It's yours. Go get it. Stop worrying about what your friends like, they won't some people aren't going to understand the lifestyle that you're trying to live, or you're trying to create for yourself. Like me, I want a family. I want to create a family, but I have to get my base down. I have to get it down. And I can't, if I'm going to have everybody in my ear telling me, "Hey, this." No, you know what's best for you. I'm doing what's best for me. I got big goals, big things. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's all we have time for today. I got to get to the next activity. I may be on later on tonight. Monk, I really appreciate it. I hope you can come back onto my podcast, and I hope maybe one of these days you can come on as as one of the speakers, or maybe you'll have some more to say. Like usually I have some friends on here. We'll talk about some things as well. I really appreciate your input a lot. So thank you so much. And again, my nerds, my wees, my geeks, thank you for coming on to Nerd Madness Podcast, where it's okay not to be okay. And I do want to say this because I forgot to say this at the beginning of the podcast, which I told y'all every podcast. I'm always going to say this. Remember that it is okay not to be okay. And I want you to know that there is help out there. Once you realize that you are not okay, it's easier to ask for help. I feel like, at least. And it's been proven that once you are able to say, man, I don't think I'm okay, and you admit that, it is so much easier to be like, damn, now that I know that I'm okay, I can literally tell my homeboy. And then that's the first step to getting help, So please, you guys, remember, it's okay not to be okay. And remember, I'm gonna change this ending because I keep saying keep it nerdy. I'm gonna change it, but keep it nerdy. Later, guys.